Previously on Pretty Little Liars.
Hi guys, it's
Lauren Daisy.
Welcome back to my channel, and today we have a very different video because today's actually a vlog, kind of. If you didn't see on my Instagram, I actually was able to meet some of the cast of Pretty Little Liars over this past weekend, which was absolutely insane. Like, truly the biggest dream come true ever. And I filmed some of like a little like vloggy clips and things, but I also just wanted to do a little sit down bit and also tell you guys about it and how it was and my experience. So let's get into it. It was in Liverpool, so it was Liverpool Comic Con, and me and my boyfriend got up at 4:30 a.m. to go there and be there for the day, and it took us about 3 hours to drive there because I wanted to be there. It opened at 9, so I was hoping to be there for around 9 when it opened, and they did a Pretty Little Liars quiz, and I was literally so excited. They released the like quiz tickets after I'd already bought my original tickets, so I bought Saturday tickets, and then when they released the quiz and said it was going to be on the Sunday, I literally messaged and I was like, oh my god, can I change my tickets to Sunday because I really want to do this quiz. So that's what happened, and so we ended up going on Sunday instead, which did mean that I missed the Pretty Little Liars panel, which was a shame because I saw a lot of like fun. Again, the panel got announced after I'd already changed it from Saturday to Sunday, so I was like, I'm not going to change it back to Saturday again. But that looked really fun. I've been seeing a bunch of clips of that online, so that's really cool. I'm hoping that if some of the Pretty Little Liars cast do it again next year, then I'll be able to work out how to do 2 days. But yeah, so just went on the Sunday. So on the Saturday, they had the panel. So the cast that was there was Troian, Sasha, Keegan, and Tyler. So obviously Spencer, Allison, Toby, and Caleb. Ian was also supposed to be there, Ian Harding, so Ezra. And I had tickets for him as well, but then he pulled out. I think it's because his premiere for his new movie ended up being scheduled on the same day. He's got a Christmas movie coming out with Lindsay Lohan, so I'm super excited to watch that. It's really cool to like see him in something like really big, so I don't blame him, but it didn't mean I didn't like get to meet him. So yeah, it just ended up being them 4, and I had booked to have individual photos with each of them. We got there at like 9, I think it was like just on 9, basically got into the car park, and I got changed. So I was dressed as Aria from the pilot episode, which was so insane. Like this, let me tell you, this whole like day was just so insane to me because it was just like I literally can't even explain it to you. I feel like you guys will get it. You'll get why this was so insane and just the most amazing day ever. Because I feel like especially when you're a UK PLL fan, like there isn't a lot that happens over here, and there wasn't even really at the time. Like they did the Pretty Little Liars specific conventions. Maybe I'll do a video one day on like all the conventions that they did. But those have been in like Germany and France and like America. Like Epic Cons was a really big one from Chicago this year that had like Ashley Benson and Troian and Tyler. So yeah, usually they're in America. So this was insane for it to be a UK one. I think it's one of the first UK ones they've done since COVID, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But yes, it was so exciting, and there was obviously so many Pretty Little Liars fans there, so I just felt like I was with my people. I was with my people. Anyway, so I get dressed into my Aria outfit, and I was just so gassed. I was so excited. Do my makeup in the car because obviously I had no time before I left, so I brought all my makeup and my outfit in the car. And so we got dressed and then we went in, and it was really cool. They had like 3 different buildings and there was different like things going on in each one. So yeah, went in and the quiz started at 10. So I was like, right, so we were running around trying to find where this quiz was being held. And it was this place was so huge. It was at the Liverpool Exhibition Centre. And it was massive. So we were just like running around trying to find where this quiz was. And we finally found it, went in. I'm lost. I'm trying to find the quizzes. Oh, quizzes, 1C. Okay. Okay, I think we're in the right place now. But I'm nervous because it's a Pretty Little Liars quiz. And if I don't win this, that's so embarrassing for me.
It will be.
Literally dressed as Aria.
I will leave you if you lose.
I'll have to quit my YouTube channel if I lose.
I'll start dating.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's fine. At least we know who you are then, don't we? When we announce the losers and winners. And
This is the team name we've gone with, Techno Boy Toys. I feel like we've gone basic with Techno Boy Toys. I couldn't think of anything better.
It's a deep cut to everyone else not in this room.
That's true. In the lasagna box. So nervous, guys. I was so nervous because I was literally like, this is like low-key my job. Like I'm literally like, this is this is my bread and butter. Pretty Little Lies is my show. This is my shit. So I was like, if I don't do well in this quiz, I'm literally gonna have to quit my YouTube channel. Like, this is so embarrassing. So we sat down and the quiz was actually really like well done. We had like 2 people hosting it, and one was like a comedian and he was funny. And then his like co-host was actually a really big fan of Pretty Little Liars, so that dynamic like worked really well, and she wrote all the questions and everything, so that was really cool. There's quite a few people in this room, so I'm nervous, but
Nervous for everyone else.
this is a quiz. We have got prizes for you. We've got prizes. Thank you. It's good. I always think it's better all at once or not at all. So. Not at all. Okay, fine, we're probably not at all. Blue guest. Oh, brilliant, that makes sense. An apple guest.
And it was all done on this app, so it was multiple choice. So you would see the question and he would read it out, and then you would have 10 seconds to answer, like choose your answer. And obviously you got like points for it being right, but you also, the amount of points you would get decreased as the time went down. So if you answered it, obviously at 9 seconds you got 90 points. If you answered at 8 seconds you got 80 points. And it ended up being out of like 2,000 points or something, so there was 20 questions. So I was like stressed. I literally had it, I was like right here. Me and my boyfriend, our team was called the Techno Boy Toys. Slay. And so he was just there for the ride. Like he was just there for moral support, and he has seen it. So it'd be interesting to see how he would have done, like if I wasn't taking full control. But yeah, so we were there and I was literally like this. I was like pressing it like before the time had even started when I knew the answer. And it was really fun, and it was just like, it was so crazy because I was just in a room full of other people that love Pretty Little Liars, and you had to pay like, I think it was like £5 to do the quiz, so obviously it was serious. Like this wasn't just anybody, like these were proper like Pretty Little Liars stans. And they were like talking about who they were getting pictures with, and some of them had been there for both days, and some of them had gone and watched the panel yesterday, and like everyone was debating the answers and talking about it, and it was just, I just loved it. It was so much fun. And I was so annoyed at myself because it was out of 20 questions and I ended up getting 19 out of 20. And what bugs me, it still bugs me even now, what bugs me about it is that if I'd actually sat and thought about the question, because it was like a speed thing as well, I was just trying like really hard to just like get them really quickly. And if I'd actually like sat and thought about the question more, I could have gotten it right. And that is what bugs me. I wanted the queen sweep. I wanted like 20 out of 20, but I got 19 out of 20. And the question that actually tripped me up, and I'm gonna ask it to you guys, and I'm gonna like give a second for you to type your answer in the comments. So is, how many biological children does Peter Hastings have? 2, 3, 4, or 5? So I'm going to give you a moment now to answer that in the comments. I'll give you about as long as we had, so like 10 seconds. Okay, so I said 3. And the majority of people in the room also got this one wrong. I think like 25% got it right or something. And so that was crazy. I was like, oh my God. Like, and this was early on, like this was like the third question or the fourth question. So when I'd gotten this wrong, I was like, I'm going to lose this quiz. Like, this is going to be so insane. And I said 3. The correct answer is obviously 4, because I was like, okay, Jason, Melissa, Spencer, bam, 3. No, forgot about Alex Drake, didn't I? Forgot about Alex Drake. And literally so did so many other people. Like, so many people said 3. That was like the common answer. But it was people had forgotten about Melissa. So it was just like Alex, Spencer, Jason. Some people had forgotten about Jason. So they just said Melissa, Alex, Spencer. And then some people were like, oh, is Alison his? You know, it was like everyone got caught off by that one. Still hurts a little bit that I didn't get 20 out of 20. But yeah, it was so much fun and I literally loved it. And then they like announced the winners. So there were 3 like prizes that you could win. So they did they did 3rd place and 2nd place. And then I was like, oh my God, either I've won it or I didn't even come close. And I was like, oh my God, I was literally shaking. I was like, this is so stressful. Like for no reason, like literally no reason. This is how you know I've got like anxiety disorder, like, because I was like shaking at this bloody quiz.
That's our point.
Oh, that's very impressive. I was close one. Right then.
I'm so nervous.
I mean, and in first place. They did very, very well. Okay, can we get a drum roll going, please? Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. First place. Goes to Techno Boy Toys. Where are you? Where are you? Wait, is it you?
It's me.
Yeah, and then I won. I literally could have cried. I was so excited. I was so freaking excited. So yeah, I like won and like got up and like went down to the front and everything. And people like recognized my outfit. They were like, oh my God, you won, your dress is Aria. And like, it was everything. Like, this is how I imagine like people usually feel when they go to Comic-Con. Like, I've been to a few Comic-Cons and like they're so fun and I really like enjoy them. But like the hardcore people that like, you know, they dress up and they go and they're like, you know, like Star Wars or Marvel, like stuff or Harry Potter, like things that really get like big attention. It must be so fun to go to a Comic-Con and always have guests like that are from the things that you love, because I literally had the most insane fun time ever. It was so, so cool. I really want to do Epic Cons because that was a really big one, and I think they are doing a Pretty Little Liars one next year again. Like, I would love to do that. That would be so insane. I really want to do the One Tree Hill one, like the one this year. Oh my God, it looked so good. Like, they had Gavin DeGraw singing the theme tune and they like play the basketball game. So like everyone was there, like Nathan and Haley and like Brooke, and like just everyone was there. And like, I'm so obsessed. I want to do that so bad. They had a whole, like, they had obviously the basketball like court, like the school. And then they also had like Trick, the club, and they had like shops, like Clothes Bros. That one is so, so well done. I really would love to do that one. And yeah, Epic Cons, like the ones that are really centered towards teen dramas, I really want to do one of those, but they only ever do them in America. So yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled if there's any coming up that you know about, because I feel like I always miss them. Like, I only found out that Keegan was going to this one because I saw it like on his Twitter. I can't even remember what I was like looking for, but I saw it on his Twitter. And I was like, oh my God, like, I wonder if anyone else is going. And then I saw that Troian and Sasha and Tyler were going, and I followed them all on Instagram. And like, so no one posted about it. And I was like, oh my God, like, I could have missed this. So now I follow all of the Comic-Cons just in case a Pretty Little Liars actor ever goes to any of them, and then I will be there. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I was with my people 100%. And I went up and saw like the lady from the quiz, and she took down my like information and stuff, and she said that she loved my outfit, and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I was like, the quiz was so good, you did such a good job. And so I actually won a group photo because I'd done the individual ones, and then I actually ended up winning the group photo. Was first prize, which was such a good first prize. Oh my God, it was such a good first prize. And I and that ended up being my favorite photo that I took, and like my favorite experience of the whole day. So it just worked out beautifully. It was just so meant to be. So And I was like waiting there in the queue, and like people were like, we were all chatting about the quiz and like the answers and stuff. And this really sweet girl, I didn't get her name, but she was so lovely, and she had like green hair, and she was just so sweet. And she was like, oh my gosh, we were like comparing, you know, like answers and stuff. I ended up getting 17,081, I think it was, which would have been like 19,000 if I hadn't gotten that bloody question wrong. But anyway, it's fine. I'm not bitter. It's fine. Anyway, so we were like comparing answers and stuff. She was so sweet, and she was telling me about how she'd met Keegan and Troian the day before. She'd done they do like group ones, so they each did their own individual ones, and then Keegan and Troian also did like Spoby ones where it was just them two, and then they did the whole group, so all four of them. And they she had gone and like was telling me about her experience, because I was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous, like I haven't done this before. Like I actually, that's a lie, I lied. I did this for John Cena, so I knew like what the experience would be like, but obviously I hadn't met any of the Pretty Little Liars people before. And she was like, they're so nice. She was like, they're so nice, they're all so tall, so like be prepared for them to all be really tall, but they're all really nice. So I was like, okay. And she was like, I gave them like friendship bracelets, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cute, because I really wanted to do friendship bracelets, but I just did not have the time before going to make them. And so I was really upset that I didn't like have any, because I was like, oh, that would have been so fun to like trade with people and obviously give them like to the cast and stuff. And she was like, I have some left, do you want one? And I was like, oh my god, yes I do. So I have like a little like PLL, so it was these two, so it was the green one and then this like pink PLL one. So she gave me those, and she gave one to my boyfriend as well. It was just like black and white like stars. So he got one too, and she was so sweet and so lovely. I wish I had like bracelets to trade with her, but next time I will come in clutch with the bracelets. Then we looked at the schedules and we're like, right, okay. Also, I hadn't paid my nails. I was such a mess, guys, honestly. Hadn't paid my nails. So after the quiz, we went and sat down on the floor so I could paint my nails before I like met them all, because I was like, I can't be meeting them like this. She only went and fucking won it.
Congratulations.
Some people recognized my outfit that I was dressed as Aria as well. Yeah,
What,
they were
yeah?
like, oh my god, are you dressed like Aria? I was like, yeah. They're like, I love your outfit. I was like, and we met the sweetest girl in there. She gave us PLL friendship bracelets. How cute is that? She said that she made them and she gave some to all of the cast when she met them. So how freaking cute is that? Everyone was so nice in there.
Yeah, she was really sweet.
And the quiz was great. It was really well done. I think Camp and Furnace was what they were called, the people that organised it. I'm gonna go and get my pictures. And yeah, we'll just have a little shop around. I'm excited to see what's here, because there's the Game of Thrones set, so we'll have to go and look at that as well.
Yeah, that'll be good.
But yeah. What did we get in the end? I think we got like 17.
1,781.
Yeah.
I think.
1,781.
You took a picture.
Huge sleigh. Huge sleigh! Celebratory cupcake. We've got my timings to go down, see Sasha, Troian, Keegan, and Tyler. So it's all very exciting. Oh my god, there she is. That's so crazy. Alison De Laurentiis in the flesh, right behind this lady here. There she is.
Yeah, we looked at the schedules and then went downstairs to find them. So Troian was first. So I'm going to show you like my printed out pictures, but I'll also put the pictures on the screen so you can like see them more clearly. But she was the first one that I met. So there's my like little Aria outfit, and there she is. Everyone was so lovely. They were all in like these little booths. So you just like queue up and scan your ticket and then just wait in the queue, and they say like, because you can have 2 people per picture, which I think is a really great way to do it. Like if you and your friend wanted to go, you only have to pay for 1 ticket and then you can both get the photo. So they were like to my boyfriend, like, are you also getting in this photo? And he was like, no. But they let him like wait with me in the queue, which was nice. Because some of the queues were quite long. He waited with me in the queue, And then I went in and I met her and I was so nervous because this was like the first one. And I was like, hi. And she was just so sweet. Like she was genuinely so lovely. And so gorgeous. Like all of them were so gorgeous in person, guys. I was literally like, how are you even real? And so yeah, we like took our photo. And I literally said to her, you know, I was just like, thank you for, you know, everything, but also like for using your platform to really speak up about women's rights and, you know, just everything. Like she uses her platform in such an incredible way to really voice women's rights to choose. And so I just like thanked her for that because I was like, it's so like amazing to see someone use their platform in that way. And she like said thank you and everything, and she was so sweet, she was so lovely. It was really quick. Like I would say with the pictures, I don't know if I would do I probably would do the pictures again, but out of the two, you could get photograph tickets, or you could get autograph tickets where you like go up to their table. I think I would actually do the autograph ones if I was going to do it again, and I'll talk about why a little bit later. So anyway, I did the Troian one, and then the next one after that was the group one. So literally like went back in the queue to do that one. Yeah, like I said, my favorite experience of the day. So here we all are. Like stop. So the lore behind this picture is that in my book about Pretty Little Liars, which is still so insane to say, oh my gosh, I wasn't able to use actual pictures because of copyright and like Warner Brothers and, you know, everything. So I got Barbies I tried to get Barbies that look like the cast, and I like customized them. So for some, like for Toby's one, I painted his eyes blue because they were like kind of green. Caleb's eyes, I painted them brown. Arya's hair, I like dyed, and you know, like it was a lot, and like made sure to find outfits that like fit their personalities. And my friend Lily, she even made some of the clothes for me like that I couldn't find. So it's so insane. It came out looking so good. But because I'd already taken all the pictures for my book, I was just going to put my dolls like on display. Shall I show you one actually? So this is Emily. Here she is. So she's a bit skew with because she's like just in a bag at the moment. But this is her. So yeah, I had like a bunch of dolls for like all of the characters, and I was just gonna like put them on display on a shelf now that I was kind of like finished with them. And then I thought, how cute would it be to give them the dolls that I made of like for their characters. And I was really nervous, and like my anxiety was like, it was taken over when I was in the queue, and I was like, okay, maybe I won't. I was like, maybe I won't give it to them. I don't think I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Like I was so like, oh my God, like what if it takes me a while? I can't explain it. But I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. That's what I set out to do because I brought them all with me, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I'm saying goodbye to my babies. They've done me well.
I went in there and I like had them all in my hands. Like all four of them were just like this. And it was so sweet. Like all the people in the queue like around me that were also waiting were like, oh my gosh, I love those, like they're so cool. And I was like, oh God, thanks. I'm telling you guys, I was so like with my people. And so I went in there and I was like, hi, I am writing a book about your show, and I made these of all your characters, and so because they got used in the book, and you know, I just kind of wanted to give them to you as a just thank you for, you know, bringing this wonderful show to life and these wonderful characters to life. And they loved them, which was so sweet. Like Troian was so shocked. She was like, oh my God, like this is so cool. I've never had like a doll made of me. And they were also like sweet about it and like loved them. And
Oh, look at those. That is tiny. In the book, so I wanted to give them to you. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I took photos of them for my
right, get those dolls in. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Do you guys want me to put that? You want to keep it?
Thanks.
And that's how I'm.
That's mental, isn't it?
That's so crazy. Look at them all of them.
It was like such a surreal moment to, because the whole thing is so surreal anyway, like the fact that this platform and my love of Pretty Little Lies, but also in turn your guys' love of Pretty Little Lies, and the fact that you watch my videos and you enjoy this content and we talk about it and we all still love it after all this time, has led me to be able to write this book. And I'm so excited for you guys to see it, because it really is just like a full-on love letter to this show, because I love it so much. Like, I have put everything into this book, so then to actually meet the people that created this show, and like, it was just so surreal to be able to give them a piece of what I have made that was inspired by the show, that is going to go into my book, that is like, do you know what I mean? It was just so like, it was like Inception. It was just layers upon layers of like, this is crazy, this is so insane, this is so amazing. So yeah, and they really loved them. It was really sweet. And then we took our picture, and then I had to quickly because it was quite delayed. My group photos were supposed to be at like 12:40 to like 1, I think, or something. So it was only like a 20-minute time slot. But by the time I actually got in there and had my picture, it was like 20 past 1. So Keegan, Sasha and Tyler, all of their solo photos were supposed to be from 1 until like 20 past 1. So the whole thing was kind of like set back and like delayed. So I ran around and got in the queue for Sasha's photos. And so that took a little while because they were still finishing up with their like group ones. But here she is. She is so insanely gorgeous. Like, I can't even tell you guys. Like, she's so gorgeous. And the dark hair. I love the dark hair. Like, full on Vivian. Like this is me and Vivian Darkbloom, guys. Like, what is going on? What is going on in the House of Commons? Like, how is this my life? So yeah, she was so lovely. So again, so sweet. And they all like gave hugs and everything, and they were just really lovely. And with Sasha, I kind of said to her, like, again, kind of like with Troian, I was like, thank you for what you do with your platform, because women's health is such an underrepresented topic, under talked about, like, and for her to obviously kind of tell her experience with PCOS and go on podcasts and, you know, really raise awareness around it has helped so many people, like so many people that I know, you know, send her podcast to, or like you see in the comments, like, and as someone who has kind of struggled with the healthcare system, taking specifically women's health issues like very like seriously, that's something I really struggled with. So to hear her story and her talk about that and everything was just really amazing, and I just find it to be incredibly inspiring. And I think it's great that she does that. And then, you know, because when I was going through it, there wasn't a lot of like, not celebrities or like people that felt more identifiable to really look to, you know, hear talking about this and talking about this conversation. So I think that's so amazing that now teens growing up and women of any age now have people that they feel like they can identify with a little bit more, because they're, you know, part of their favorite show, or they just are a similar age to them, or they just are able to see themselves in them better than just like a NHS, like, you know, educational video or like leaflet or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I just said to her, I was like, what you do is just amazing. And again, she was so lovely and thankful about that. And so I was really glad that I kind of got to say that to each of them. Just kind of about the impact that they've had, not just through the show, because obviously the show is a huge part of my life, evidently, but also the work that they've done outside of the show as well. So that was just really lovely Then I went in and I saw Keegan, and let me tell you, he may be the sweetest person I've ever met in my entire life. I feel like I say that about all of them. Look at this man. This bear hug, that was all him. That was all him. I literally went in there and he was just like, boom, like so sweet. Genuinely so sweet. So lovely. And when I went in there, he had like his doll like of Toby like up against his backpack like in the corner. So I saw it and I was like, oh my god, he has it. Like, that's still so crazy. And yeah, he was so lovely. And then I went in and did my one with Tyler. Well, actually, because of how things had been delayed, I actually ended up missing Tyler's because I was in the queue for like the other two, but luckily he had one later. So then we had a couple hours to kill. So we just like went around, looked at the stalls. I got like apple crumble, like vegan toffee apple crumble. It was so good. And we got a vegan hot dog.
Got a hot dog, a vegan hot dog, while we're waiting for the next photos. They're doing the cosplay competition. I've got vegan crumble and vegan custard. Oh my god.
And I actually bought this jumper. Isn't this so freaking cute? It's like all embroidered. And it always says, got a secret, can you keep it? With the little shush. I loved it. They also had one that said, it's also way too big for me. It's like a 3XL or something, because it was literally the only one they had left. I went in there and they had two, because I'd seen people walking around with them, because on their Instagram, this company's Instagram, I had actually seen it. They'd kind of announced, oh, we're going to be at Comic-Con. So I literally sent it to my boyfriend. I was like, I need to find these people. Like, when we get there and we're looking around at the stalls, like, this is the stall I need to find ASAP. Wish Upon Threads, that was it. So they did 2 Pretty Little Liars ones. Only this one left in a 3XL or a 3XL but in pink. And I really liked the white. I don't know, I just like the way that it like pops with the red and the black. So I was like, you know what? It's literally like a dress. I don't care. I want it now. Because she was like, oh, we could like order them like for delivery. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll do that. But then I was like, I just want to wear it around. I want to be able to buy a physical piece of like Pretty Little Liars merchandise at an event, because that's just so cool. And I've never been able to like do that at like a Comic-Con. Like, no one ever has anything Pretty Little Liars ever. So I was like, I'm gonna buy it. So yeah, it was Wish Upon Threads. I don't know if they still are selling them on their website. Let me just see. But yeah, they had so many sizes. They had so many different like Star Wars, Disney, all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, they do. So they do it in the jumper, but they also do it in the t-shirt. So yeah, they are still on the website if you like thought this was cute. Because they were really sweet there. They were really lovely. But yeah, because we went like close to the end of the day on Sunday, like all of their Pretty Little Liars stock was gone, which is really cool to see. That was like one of, if not their most popular jumper of the day. So we love that. And I also really I saw a bunch of people going around with these like really cute tote bags that had like the Liars, you know, I feel like we've all seen it, where it's like the Liars names and then it spells like Liars down the middle, like in glittery font. But by the time I got to that stall, they were already sold out of those. So yeah, but it was just so fun to see like Pretty Little Liars merch and see people walking around in like their Pretty Little Liars t-shirts and their Pretty Little Liars tote bags, and like it was so cute. So cute. I loved it. So yeah, we walked around, like took some pictures, had some food, and then came back to queue up for Tyler's one. So he did his again, like I can't say anything more other than they're all just so lovely. Like again, Tyler, so sweet, so lovely, and just so nice. Like everyone was just so nice. And then that was it. While we were waiting for Tyler's one, because his hadn't started yet, they were at the desks at the autograph one. So how it works is there's literally just tables lined up, so they were all next to each other, and you just queue up and you go, and then you either show your ticket if you prepaid, or you can just pay at the table.
They're all over there. So you got Troian, Sasha's in amongst there somewhere, Keegan, and then Tyler's over there. So we're just waiting for him to do his solo photos so that I can get my picture with him. And then we're done for the day. On Keegan's table, he has my doll. Stop it. That's so insane.
And I think I probably would have done that. Like, I think it was a lot busier when we first got there. When we first got there, their queues were quite long. But by the time they were sitting at the tables again towards the end of the day, like this is like after 4 now and it shut at 5, the tables were really quiet. So you could literally just walk straight up, and people were asking them for selfies and things. And it does say that you might be charged extra for a selfie, but I don't think they were doing that. I guess it's kind of at the guest's like discretion. But it just seemed like if people asked for a selfie, they would just take one with them. And also sign whatever they wanted. So you could go up and either give them something to sign, or they had like pictures that you could choose and they would sign them. So it seemed really sweet. That also seemed like you got a better amount of time with them, because if there wasn't a queue behind you, then you could kind of just keep talking to them if you wanted to. So that was cool. So I think I probably would do that if I go again. I would probably do the autograph one, because yeah, you get like to take a selfie with them and like talk to them for a bit longer. So that'd be really cool. What I'm really hoping is that when they come next time, I will actually have a physical copy of my book, so I would be able to get the like people from the cast of Pretty Little Liars to be able to sign like my book for me, and to be able to just keep that forever. Like that would be the most insane, mind-boggling thing ever in the entire world to ever happen. But yeah, so yeah, we saw them like sitting there, and it just looked so sweet. Like I saw Sasha filmed like a TikTok with someone, and they were taking selfies, and people were like chatting with them and like being able to hug them and stuff, and it just was so sweet to see people being so excited to meet them, just like I was, like, you know, just like that mutual feeling, like knowing how excited they are, because it's exactly how excited you are. It was just really nice. It was just such a wholesome, like fun experience. I feel like, because the pictures are quite expensive for guests, like depending obviously on who you see. I mean, Sebastian Stan was there. I didn't see him because they kept him like in a separate room, so you literally couldn't even see him, because a lot of the other people, while the other guests, while you did have to pay to like go up to their table or pay to get photos with them, they were still just sat in the hall, so you could still like see them when you were just walking around. But Sebastian Stan, he was separate. He was in a whole other place. You had to pay to see him, and you also had to pay to go and watch his panel, whereas like the Pretty Little Liars ones and some other ones were free. So Carter Basin was there, but I didn't see him. But that was crazy as well. So yeah, I think even if you just went for the day, because like the actual day tickets I think were like £27 or something just for the entry ticket, you could still walk around, like catch a glimpse of them, and like yeah, obviously meet other people that love the same things you love. So like even that in itself I think is just fun, even if you aren't gonna like meet the guests and stuff. But yeah, it was so cool, so fun, and I just absolutely loved it, and it was insane and so crazy, but so amazing. And yeah, would absolutely recommend. They were so lovely, so sweet. And yeah, like I said, everyone else that I met that day was so lovely. People were like in the queue saying that they loved my outfit and they recognized my like outfit from being Aria's. And yeah, everyone was just, it was so much fun. It was so wholesome. It was so much fun. And then the icing on top of the cake was that after we were driving back and stuff, and after it finished, I was watching on the Instagram stories, and on Keegan, Troian and Tyler's Instagram, they posted like, oh, like these are like thank you to people that came today. and their dolls were in their pictures. Like Keegan's one, literally, I almost cried because it was just the doll. Like it was just on his Instagram story, and I was like, this is insane. Like I have been watching their Instagram stories forever. So here's Lucy. I don't know if you can see that, but it says you have been following this account since 2014. I've been watching Lucy Hale, Troian, like their Instagram stories since 2014. Like I've been watching their Instagram stories for 10 years. So like to then be on Troy, like to have something that I made and I gave her and that is going to be in my book on her Instagram story, on Keegan's Instagram story and Ty's, when I've literally been following them for 10 years and watching their Instagram story is so bizarre. Like it's so crazy and bizarre, and it was so amazing and it was just the coolest thing ever. So yeah, it was a 10 out of 10 experience, and so I wanted to share it with you guys and tell you guys about it, because I know that you'll get me. I know you'll get my excitement, and also just a thank you to everyone that watches my videos, because like I've said, you know, the fact that I get to make this book is crazy and I can't wait to share it with you guys, but the reason I get to make it is you guys and your support of my channel and the fact that you watch my videos and that you love Pretty Little Lies as much as I do, and really, yeah, support me and support my videos. It is beyond insane, and you know, it leads to experiences like this, which is so fun and just bring me so much joy. So I hope that you guys are having a lovely day. I hope that oh, that was it. I actually got a message from someone on Instagram when I posted that I was doing the quiz. She was a subscriber of my channel, because she'd messaged me before to say that she liked my videos, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. And then she replied to my story and was like, oh my gosh, I went yesterday. And I was like, no way, that's so crazy. Like, so yeah, I just love this little PLL community that we're kind of growing on here, and I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful that you guys watch my videos and enjoy my content and love Pretty Little Lies as much as I do. Yeah, if you have the opportunity to, you know, go to one of these Comic Cons or something and you're on the fence, it is really a lot of fun, whether you meet the guests or you don't. If you want to meet them, they are so lovely, and so like sweet. Like it was a really fun experience. Again, super surreal, super crazy, but this is so fun because now I can put these photos like in my book. Like what is life? Anyway, enough rambling on from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little like vlog experience story time. I just did it like I got a new webcam, because I'm hoping to do some more like gameplay stuff on my second channel, and I've been doing live streams as well, so hopefully this looks a little bit better than my usual, like usually on live streams I just use like the integrated camera, which is not that great, but I invested in a new one, so hopefully this is a bit better quality. So I thought, because this is more of a casual video, I'd just like test it out, so hopefully it's okay, fingers crossed. But yeah, I feel like I've really neglected the channel. I feel so guilty about it because I've just been, well, one, I've been sick a lot. I've had like a lot of colds and just all kinds of stuff going on, and then also trying to like finish the book at the same time. It's been a lot, and it has kind of taken up a lot of my time, but I have so many fun and insane videos planned for the rest of the year that I'm so excited for you guys to see. So hopefully this is okay as a little kind of like buffer until then. But yeah, I'm planning, I'll give you a little spoiler if you made it this far to the very end. I am going to do the never ending November video, which again has been taking up a lot of time because I've literally going through each episode from the never ending November, counting the days, like counting like how many days there are in this crazy ridiculous like and everything that happens in this one November, which actually spans like 3 seasons of the show. Anyway, that is coming soon because obviously it's November, so I gotta get out before November ends. And then yeah, December, so many fun videos planned for that. The new year as well, like once the book is kind of like finalized and sent off, then I will have a lot more free time to make the videos that I want to make for you guys, so I'm so excited for that. So thank you for being so patient with me, and the very like sparse uploads. So, but yes, enough rambling from me. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments, have you been to any of the like American ones or met them at the UK ones or the Europe ones? Like, what's your experience been like? Which members of the cast have you met, if you've met any, or even just any like cool like Comic-Con experiences, like if you've met anyone from Gossip Girl or Desperate Housewives or whatever. Yeah, I would love to know. Tell me in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it won't be too long away. Bye!